All right, welcome back to What's New. Very, very excited right now to share this next JAY DIY project. This one's really cool because someone reached out to us, an actual wood shop, a real pro in the DIY space, reached out to us and said, hey, I've got an idea for a DIY project. Take a look. So on this week's DIY project, we actually brought in some outside help.
Hey, Jay. My name's Garrett Mattis, and I'm a woodshop teacher at Stillwater Falls High School.
He's seen some of our projects, and you had a great idea for something that we could make, and it's very practical.
So what I'm going to show you is how to build a wooden spiral tree, perfect for the holidays, not too hard to make. But I think it's missing something. Happy holidays, Jay.
Love the video, Garrett. In fact, we loved it so much, we invited Garrett to the station to help us make a smaller 2-foot version of the same tree.
So I'm going to minimize our chance of mistakes. Number one, because you're here, and number two, because we're making it smaller.
You don't need too much to tackle this project either.
Just a couple of hand tools and maybe a circular saw, maybe table saw, but there's always substitutions.
We're also working with a 1/2-inch wood dowel and a 1x8 board to make our slats. You'll also want some wood glue, sandpaper as well, and finally, you'll need a drill press or a drill. First step, break down our board.
We're going to cross-cut this into a couple sections here.
But before we start cutting...
Now, as a woodshop teacher, Jay, I have to make sure safety is first, right? So let's go ahead and grab our glass.
Now that we're protected, time to take measurements, starting by dividing our board into 12-inch sections. We decided to work with a table saw here, but a circular saw works just fine.
I have to say, it's very nice having a helping hand.
Absolutely.
Next up, it's time to rip our strips from our cut sections.
Cut about 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches, however wide we want our strips to be.
Now it's just a matter of rip and repeat.
So we got to find the middle and then drill a hole through the center, however wide the dowel rod is.
Then it's time to drill. We happen to have a drill press here at our station wood shop, so it makes it much easier, but if you don't, you can use a simple drill. Time to make our base and assemble. You can really use any piece of scrap wood for your base. Just make sure it's big enough to support your tree weight. Then you'll drill another hole in the center of the base for your dowel.
This is about 1 3/4 inches thick. We went down about 1.5 inches to give it more stability, right?
Yep.
So I've cut my rod down to 25 inches. That's going to be my spine of my tree.
We're going to use the sandpaper, sand this down a little bit just to make it easier for the pieces that we just made to fit down.
And then it's time to start stacking.
So I'll load these up, and what Garrett's doing is taking a file to the center so it fits onto the dowel rod a little easier. It's a pretty snug fit. You can really tell how far I'm off on my geographic center because they're not matching up. Yours probably didn't do that.
It's all right.
And that's because once those slats are all on the dowel, it's time to make some final cuts.
We'll probably measure about 1 inch on each side from where the dowel rod is, and we'll just make a mark on each side, and we'll draw a line all the way to the corner on each side using our straight edge.
Once again, you can use either a circular saw or a jigsaw here to make those cuts. Once your slats are cut, make sure you have enough length at the bottom to insert into the base piece. Then add a dab of glue and secure your tree.
And then from there, all we'll do is we'll just one by one keep turning each one of these slats, probably just so the one end meets the other end, and you just keep spiraling your way all the way around.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
I agree.
So if I'm your student, am I getting a C on this?
Maybe B+.
B+, good, that's what I was looking for.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that was a lot of fun.
grade him. How did he do?
Yeah.
Like I
You're a
said,
teacher.
I would say B+, B-, B-, maybe.
I was actually excited when you said B+, because I missed my center mark on some of my cuts here. The fact of the matter is this is really simple, and you can do it with scrap wood if you've got a big enough piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Garrett, you teach industrial arts, is that what they call it now?
Technology education.
Yeah, technology education at Stowe.
At Stowe.
Thank you for sending the video. We really enjoyed it. And I want to tell you that so many high schools in the past maybe decade plus have dropped their wood shop from their curriculum. And I got to tell you, as someone who had it in my high school, I went to Perkins High School in Sandusky, Those were some of my favorite classes. I learned how to work with wood, which is a practical skill that I've used so many times and saved a ton of money through the years doing home improvement stuff to the house. Yeah. So thank you for teaching it. And you told me that it's experiencing a bit of a comeback.
It certainly is. Yeah, we're finding that schools are realizing that there is a need for these hands-on classes and these electives. So what we're finding is it's coming back in some smaller capacity. You know, in STEM classes, sometimes you can incorporate, you know, machinery and things like that. And it, you know, a lot of the newer schools down in Columbus are building their schools with wood shops.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that. And thank you for instilling the love in students to do stuff like this. And by the way, keep the project ideas coming.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you got a lot of them.
I got a ton of them.
Okay, very
He's
good.
doing a lot of charcuterie boards.
Oh,
right
good.
now.
Hey,
That's
those
a big
are hot.
thing.
That's right.
Garrett, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay.
We appreciate it.